What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Money Huddle with your boy Joy Rich and my partner in this betting world, Jack. What's good, bruh?
What's good, man? Ready to hit this weekend games? Good slate of games this weekend, man. With some pretty
Honestly,
competitive divisional games too.
bro, that's an understatement too. Like, there's actually very good games on this weekend, and I'm excited to watch probably all of them. Like,
My,
even the
my
ones that we
man,
ain't gonna bet on, I'm probably gonna watch those too.
I'm telling you right now, anybody looking at betting all that jazz really need to check out the forecast for the Midwest games because there's some crazy weather. So just give that a heads up. That's why you'll probably see some crazy props on there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like and we're in the Midwest, so we know we're literally experiencing it right now. It's raining
Yeah,
probably all day.
it looks like 7 o'clock at night outside, and it's about 10 a.m.
Yeah, like I got that good lighting in the room though because of it. But we definitely
Hey,
gotta watch those games, like the Bears games, the Bears game,
Browns
um,
game,
Browns game. Yeah, those games are gonna be like really ugly, dirty, nasty games.
wet and windy.
But let's get started though. Like what
Get in.
happened on what happened on Thursday? We bet on the under in that Bengals Steelers old man game. It was the
The
tale of
icy
two,
hot bowl.
the icy hot bowl, bruh. And we were wrong though. Those guys went off. They went off. Shaq's
Looked
first
like
prop,
2013 versions of both of those guys.
literally, like it was Madden 2002 out there going nuts.
Yeah, Mike Vick on the cover, boys. 04.
Yeah, it was getting crazy over there. But DK did not go off. He had a bad game. Um, but it was a high scoring game. I really don't know how he wasn't used that much in this game, but he did not score a touchdown. Joe Flacco, he went under his passing. He went over his passing yards.
Destroyed that.
He shattered that, and he threw he threw for 3 touchdowns, which is wild because I bet on him to have 2 touchdowns, and that was good money, and I would catch that bet. But but to score to run to do, bro, 3 touchdowns, bro. I could have made bank off of that if I would have even just sprinkled. And I knew it was gonna be a crazy game, bro. I just didn't know it would
Man.
be like this high scoring. It's nuts.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be crazy high scoring. Like that game came down to literally the last 7 seconds. They kicked that field goal, and Aaron Rodgers still had a hail mary attempt after he was done chewing his lineman's ass for knocking him down on that touchdown.
Bro, that smelling sauce, bro. That smelling
Yeah,
sauce.
did you see that? He's like, wow.
He said, ready to win the game.
He's like, I gotta throw this 70. I gotta go deep.
Chase Brown did not go over his receiving yards. They were running the ball the entire game. Both running backs, Jalen Warren, Chase Brown, they were running the ball hard. So
Jalen Warren had a day though. We knew
yeah,
that
bro.
one.
Yeah, over 100. Yeah, but I bet on that. He did catch that. That was a good one.
Oh man.
But that was the start of week 7. We're gonna end this week 7 way better than what we started for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna get these weekend games for sure.
Starting with your first game, Dolphins plus 2.5 at Browns minus 2.5. Over under 35.5. You like the under 35.5 because there's weather. There's weather
It,
involved. But why else?
this weather, yeah. First of all, it's supposed to rain like the whole game. Light to head to moderate rain. We're talking 40-mile-an-hour winds. We got a rookie quarterback that's short, 5'10" of his ass back there. Can't see over his own O line. Looks terrible. The Steelers were getting him frustrated, or whoever that was. You saw him try to punch that guy. This is like all five
Yeah.
nine of him. He said, "Ugh." So in this kind of game, man, you're not going to be able to throw the ball as it is. I feel like it's just going to be a running back, one of those old school in the trenches mud games. I don't think kicking points are going to be a big deal here with the weather. I think it's going to be going for it on fourth anytime you're past the 50-yard line. You're going to be running the ball a lot, short dink and dunks. It's going to be tough to score if the weather's as bad as they're saying they are. And by the betting market, everybody says it. Like both running backs are looking at 19 and a half, 21 and a half attempts over under. So they're thinking this is going to be one of those old school, muddy, nasty games that you think of from like the 70s, 80s, where Mean Joe Green comes off the field and every part of him's covered in mud. That's why I'm like, I give me the under. I think they're not going to be able. The big plays are going to have to be done through the ground here, and that's where I'm like, Judkins in this game should be really good. And they've got his yards up high. But I mean, he's had last week was a bad game for him. They fed him the ball like 15, 16 times. He only had like 33, 36 yards. But every game before that, he has gone 90 or above since he's come from his preseason difficulties, we'll say, off the field. I don't know. Hey, man,
Difficulty.
can't be mad at the guy. All charges are dropped. And they're letting him play ball. So, I mean, we didn't even think he was going to be in the NFL. So I think, but tonight, dude, his over under is 21 and a half on attempts. They are going to feed him, especially if you got some trash ass Gabriel back there who obviously won't be able to throw the ball with good weather. He ain't going to be able to throw in this weather. So I think Judkins has a big day. I think he gets 25, 28 touches, 130 plus yards, and a touchdown if they can get that far down the field. It's gonna be a smash mouth game. So
If
yeah, if
yeah,
the weather is gonna be rough, I'm telling you, it's gonna be all on the ground, and that's why I like Ollie Gordon here. Devon Achane is more. He can run the ball. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna get his touches, but a lot of his work is through the passing game, and they draw up plays for him, dump offs, wheel routes. This isn't going to be an Achane game where you can, those design plays for him to get it in the middle of the field, 10, 15 yards. It's going to be hard to throw the ball with the weather. So I think Ollie Gordon is going to get more attempts than people realize. I think he gets at least 5, 6 touches in this game at the minimum. And then especially this kind of game, this kind of weather, he should get 16 and a half on 5, 6 touches. Ollie Gordon's really good. And this is a perfect game to utilize him in, especially with all the weapons gone, no Tyreek Hill. Definitely Waddle's not going to be the threat downfield if the wind's 40 mile an hour. Not a whole lot of passing. It's going to be an ugly game. So I feel like both teams are going to utilize running backs. And I like Ollie Gordon here. 16 and a half just feels too low in this type of game where I think it's all hands on deck.
yeah, I agree, man. It's going to be a really slow paced game. The under seems too easy of a bet, so I'm taking that. I feel you with that one. My
That's why
first
I'm like,
game
got to
is
pick this one.
my first game is Giants +7 at Broncos -7. Over under 39.5. I'm going with the Broncos -7. This is the pumpkin game for your boy Jackson Dart. Speaking of Jackson Dart, today, Georgia, Georgia, we play his old alma mater,
Ole Miss,
Ole Miss.
running
I
Rebels.
hate Ole Miss. And so, in the spirit of Ole Miss, Georgia, I'm going to fade the Ole Miss quarterback that you like. And the Broncos have actually kicked people's asses at home. They don't just beat people. They only have 2 road games this season. Okay, they did play some bums. Okay, they played the Titans at the crib, and they played the Bengals at the crib. Those teams didn't score. Well, Titans scored 12. It was early in
No,
the season, so I'm gonna give them a little
and
break on that.
honestly, the Giants kind of fall in that caliber of team that you're talking about that they've played at home. I mean, I'm talking about young guys, beat up
Yeah.
offense, young defense on the road. So, as much as I want the Giants to make this competitive game, I could definitely see them hanging 7 plus on them. Honestly, though, my bet. This is where we differ, though. I would almost, I would take the Giants to cover this. I'd almost take the Giants money line, but I would differ and take +7 for the Giants.
I hey, I love the contrarian pick, bro. We will revisit this after the week because I like that you are a Jackson Dart guy. Like we have to have these kind of people that we support in this show. Like I'm just anti Jackson Dart.
I
I
want to be. I
I
want to
feel
be,
it.
man. He's a giant, dog. Like I can't.
I
It's
can't.
hard to get
I
past the liking the players that they've got out of this draft. It's I don't know. Jackson Dart, I don't know, man. He's got it. Best quarterback out of this draft, in my opinion. And I said that preseason too. I was like, I think he'll be the best. But I
I
could
hate.
see the Giants losing by 7 if the Broncos just come out and steamroll them. But I mean, they're coming off a big win against Philly. They got the momentum. They got some belief in them. You know what I mean? Maybe they've got a big head, and it gets deflated in this game. But what if they don't? They pull it together and make it competitive.
Honestly, this is gonna be a bounce back spot from almost losing to the Jets in London.
Mm. Yeah, I forgot.
Like
That was a close
I'm not
game.
gonna I'm not gonna sit here and say that Sean Payton's gonna have a back to back bad games, bad performances. I don't see it happening, bro. I think he's gonna come back home after that. I'm sure he was embarrassed. That 13-11 win, it's embarrassing to him. He's like, what the hell is that? The Jets, dude. So
Yeah, you can't beat
and
the Jets
also
by 2 points.
also your boy has had very hard, ugly games on the road so far. Jackson Dart, he's thrown 2 touchdowns on the road against the Saints. He also threw 2 interceptions. I
Yeah, they
think
let that game
he's
get
gonna
away
be,
from them.
and it's the Saints, bro. So I fully think that this road spot's going to be his actual first test on the road, and it's not a good team you want to play on the road.
Pretty good defense, top 3 defense overall.
You already don't have any receivers, so now you have to what you can literally put Patrick Surtain anywhere on the field.
Well, and
She'd be
this is
like,
my thing.
"Hey,
This is where
get
I'm
the
like,
ball."
If Dayball is a good coach, he needs to have some kind of scheme set up. He's got to have some play calls here to get whoever, whatever, open. He's got to have play design against this team, and obviously you
And
want to establish the run. But I like if they're gonna play from behind, Scattaboo either way has to have a good day today.
yeah, it's going to be all on Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart to run the ball too. I mean, we're going to see some QB scrambles for sure. Cameron Scatterboo over 2.5 receptions for sure, because like this is going to be a come. They're coming from behind. They have to. They will not. Uh, See, bro, I said that right, but now I'm like thinking about like what Jamar Chase said about the Steelers. Try to
They're gonna
raw
try and
dog you.
ride
It's
dog us,
crazy.
man. They're gonna try and ride dog us, man.
Like I can't believe he said that, dude. Like,
Raw dog, man.
uh, but yeah, like
Can you
so,
imagine if Mahomes said that? Yeah, man, they're gonna come in here and try and
bro.
ride dog us, man.
Hey, we got some Mahomes talk coming up because I'm on that game as well, and it's a larger spread than this. But Cameron Scatterboo over 2.5 receptions, bro, because I feel like it's going to be we're not winning, at least not in the beginning of the game. And if they want to come back and be competitive, they have to make him more than just a 20 carry running back. He has to get he has to get some passes, and they're gonna be blitzing. Okay, they're gonna have some design blitzes that are gonna keep Jackson Dart in the pocket, and that's just gonna give openings for a short game. Short pass should be open in this one. So Cam's got to be over 2.5 receptions. I got Evan Ingram, my prop number 2, over 25.5 receiving yards. You really can't run on this Giants team. We've seen that. Saquon Barkley he struggled. Most running backs struggle against this Giants. They have big guys in the trenches,
You got a
and
lot
the
of
only way to
first round
overcome that
talent.
is by getting the short passes up.
You got a lot
Yeah,
of first round talent in that
and
front seven, especially.
mhm. And even when we saw again against the Eagles, we saw Goddard get looks. Gardner was getting receptions. He was open. The short game is open against this Giants team because they're sending most of their players in the blitzes. The they also have really good linebackers that they want to establish the run. So that just leaves
Plus,
opening for tight
plus,
end.
this is a Evan Ingram get back revenge game here for the Giants letting him go. So I think 25.5 is too low. I'm surprised it's not like 35.5, 38.5,
It should
because
yeah, it
they've
should be
struggled
higher.
against the tight end this year for sure.
Yeah, it should be higher.
Yeah,
That's
the
why I'm going with
Giants have
that game.
struggled.
Game number two. Oh yeah, they have struggled against the tight end multiple games. Even we won't get into the Jawan Johnson what he did to them, but game number two for you, game number three for the show is Eagles -1.5 at Vikings +1.5. Over unders at 43.5. You're taking the over 43.5. It's the Eagles versus the Vikings. The return of Carson Wentz, the revenge of Carson Wentz. Is
Finally
it the
got a good
rise
team.
of the Eagles though? But are the Eagles coming back, bro? Because we need. It's bad
Dang,
for the show
man.
when they suck. Because your team can't
It's
suck and my team suck. This is not gonna happen. It should not happen like that, bro. We both can't have bad teams.
hold on, we're still leading the division, bro. we
But with
we got a
four
chance
games,
at winning the division. We're not 0-5.
four. If you lose 4 games in a row, bro,
This will be 3 if we lose today. Be
this is the
four and
third loss
three.
in a row. It's the fourth loss in a row.
This will be a third because
Oh,
we were
see,
4-0, and then we lost to Denver, and then on a short week we had to go play the Giants 3 days later, and they came and whooped our ass.
yeah. So you're going with the over 43.5. Your first prop is Jalen Hurts over 34.5 rushing yards. Just talk about this game, bro. What's going on?
All right, I like the over in the game because I couldn't take 1.5 on either side here because as an Eagles fan, I'm gonna be fucking real with y'all. Our coordinator's so bad. The gut feeling of this team is the exact same feeling of 2 years ago before our Super Bowl run. We start 10-1, we finish 11-6, and the Bucks kick our dick through our teeth in the first round of the playoffs. After we beat the Chiefs on the road, we beat the Bills, we beat the Rams, and then we lose 5 of our last 6, and might as well be 6 of our last 7 at the playoffs. And it was because our offensive coordinator was ass city trash, dude. The worst. We had so many screens that year. We threw some crazy numbers, like 600 and something screens, for a net total for the season of negative 31 yards. You would think maybe after 500, when you still had 2 positive yards, or maybe after the first 200, you had no positive yards, you would stop that. But that's how this team feels, where they don't know. It looks like Saquon's beat up. He had that knee soreness, but there's more than that because they don't know who to put out there at running back. They don't know who the number 2 guy is. They don't know who to run. Will Shipley getting hurt first week of the season hurt that game plan because that looked good. But now we don't know. We got too many running backs and a lot of talent and not enough of how are we going to use it. And AJ Brown's AJ Brown. Like, what's crazy is that 10-1 season that we started with. AJ Brown had 6 straight games of 125 plus yards, set a record receiving yards. It hasn't done that the last 2 seasons, and I don't know how we fix that, but this is a good Minnesota team, and they're gonna blitz, and their defense is legit. They're gonna get after Jalen Hurts in this game, and I really think this game comes down to a field goal because, like I said, we have talent, but we do not have proper leadership to utilize that talent. As far as coordinators on offense right now, we really need to get that fixed. So if Miami could just hurry up and fire Mike McDaniel, that'd be great. We need a coordinator that has more basic fucking packages than an eighth grade football team. Doesn't know how to run an end around correctly. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, So Minnesota in this game is going to be blitzing us. They've got a pretty good little front seven. Their secondary is good. I think they're top 5 defense overall for the league, and it's going to be tough sledding here. As far as the pass game goes, they're going to have pressure. Jalen feels pressure. He's not scared to step up and run. I think he's going to see a lot of it today, um, especially with Brian Flores. Brian Flores gets after people. That's what he does. He is an aggressive defensive coach, and he loves to blitz. He loves to rub it in your face and score points with his defense. And he starts with pressure up front, and they're pretty good up front. So I think Jalen's going to have to get out of the pocket, make some plays with his legs today for us to have a chance. And like I said, the pass game is going to be tough, but he's going to have to extend plays because the run game hasn't been there either. And I don't know if that's coordinating or if we're just I don't know on this, but I'm telling you right now, Saquon has not gone over his total yards. He hasn't hit over 100 total yards all season. And I thought they finally figured it out because Tuesday, this number was at 88.5 for rushing and receiving yards. I was like, oh, shit. All right. I don't know if I'll bet that yet. I wake up in the next morning, it's 94.5, and it kept going. It's at 97.5 now. Take the under, guys. Barkley is not the same. He looks hurt. He's lost a little bit of a step. I don't know what's going on. The knee soreness thing going into the Giants game. It was a short week. He's had 10 days rest coming into this game. But the Eagles just have not been able to run the ball. And the offensive line's good, but Landon Dickerson's been playing hurt all year. And he's got that knee issue. And there's just something not there. Like I said, we don't have a confident number 2 guy. So
What
I'm telling you,
are you worried that the Vikings they do allow 132 yards a
of rushing per game to the running back, I'll
yes.
tell you why I'm not worried. Because Saquon Barkley hasn't gone over 60 rushing yards in a single game this year, but one time. One out of the last 5 games, he's had over 60 rushing yards. And once all season has he had more than 90 total yards in a game, and it was still 47 yards on one catch for a touchdown in that pass that he had, that huge catch down the sidelines he had in that one game against the Rams, I believe. Can't remember what game it was, but it was
Yeah.
47-yard touchdown. So I don't trust it, man. I'm going with the under here. It's hit every single time, and everybody bets it up every week, and it's just easy money at this point. You're gonna have to prove me wrong. Like if this hits 10 out of 17 times this year, that's a pretty good bet. If you're putting 20 on this bet every game, you're gonna come out ahead.
Yeah.
That's good, and it
What
just keeps going up
what
every week, man.
like I said, man, we are an Eagles podcast. But
Lot.
the what right now they've been dripping. It's been bad.
Realistic. It just looks like our offense is in. I don't know. There's something there that's just
She
not.
needs a
It's
lot.
not connecting. It's not gluing, and it looks like a basic offense. It's not very good.
It's bad. But we will see what happens if you guys lose this game. What do you think what's the next step if you guys do lose?
Coordinator's fired. Offensive coordinator's fired. You have to. If you, I'm gonna tell you right now. If we lose this game, offense comes out, continues to struggle, and we do not fire our quarterback, our offensive coordinator. Quit watching. It's going to be just like 2 years ago. We won't get it figured out. We need a new coordinator, new package, something creative. The stale, basic package. It's a first-time offensive coordinator. He does not know what he's doing with this amount of talent he's got on the field. This is not a high school football team. So I don't know. If the coordinator doesn't go, we're not going anywhere.
Dang. He had one more chance, bro. He has one last shot. But my game, number 2, game 4 for the show is Saints plus 4.5 at the Bears, minus 4.5, over unders 45.5. I'm taking the Bears minus 4.5, guys. I think people might see this as a trap bet because the Saints been looking all right. They've been competitive. You know, Kellen Moore is not a bad coach at all. However, the Bears look like they've gotten some things going, and they're looking dangerous after beating the Commanders team and coming out healthy. They came out healthy after that game. The Saints are struggling on the road. They literally can't score 20 points on the road. Spencer Rattler, he's been very careful with the ball. Okay. He's thrown only one interception this season, but I think outside in the elements on the road against the Bears team who's figuring it out defensively, and they are having offensively figured out. They have too many weapons, but defensively they're
Defense
figuring it
is
out.
Yeah, their defense is healthy too coming into this game. I know a couple weeks back against that Cowboys, their secondary was hurt. They're healthy in the secondary. Defense is healthy. The Bears are coming into this, and
I think this game should be at 6.5, not 4.5. Like I feel like it's just too low.
well, here's the thing though: the Saints haven't been blown out really all year. They've been competitive. I think they have one real bad blowout, but they've been
Yeah,
competitive for the most part all year. Like Kellen Moore is coaching that team hard, but I feel like they're going to be playing from behind in this one. I feel like the Bears will get out to an early lead
the
because of Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's scripted first two drives are really good.
yeah the the blowout was first the Eagles. They got blown out by y'all, and that was his first interception of the season, his only interception of the season. My first prop though is Caleb Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns. It's going to happen. This guy is a pass first quarterback. I feel like Ben Johnson has opened it up because his first year in the league, Caleb Williams was not throwing the ball like this. Like he was not looking to get the ball downfield as much as it was. It was a run first um, offense because of Matt Eberflus, and he was
Trash.
trash, bro. I don't know how this man keeps getting jobs, but Caleb Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He should have had three last game. There was one called back. They had one that he really missed an open touchdown. He should have had three last game, but this game he's gonna have two for sure. At home, short stuff maybe to the tight end because it will have weather. There will be weather in this game. The over under is 45.5, but I think the Bears know how to maneuver more in that weather. Then of course the Saints, they're a dome team. You fade dome teams outside.
Well,
Fade if Daniel Jones from the Colts goes outside, I'm probably gonna fade it.
Daniel
Yes,
Jones goes outside, period. You might want to put a blanket down because you'll probably get hurt.
that too, that too.
I'll tell you
But
what though,
I
Swift
will like any
Swift looked
dome.
good
dome
last week.
yeah.
If this it so I'm just saying he's looked pretty good. You don't I don't know how the Saints stack up against the run, but Swift had him a day last week.
I'm just definitely fading this dome team outside. That will lead us to a conversation we will have at the end of the show about the primetime game, Falcons at Niners. Shaq has a bet that he likes, but I do not agree with it, and it's on the principle of dome teams going outside. But we will talk about that later. Uh, uh, my second bet,
Hey,
second bet, my second bet is Spencer Rattler over and half interception. He hasn't thrown many. He's only thrown one. He's going to throw another one. It's outside in the elements. You cannot run the ball on the Bears. You have to throw it, and throwing it is not going to help you out either. And they're going to play from behind, and it's going to be a rough game for them. Kellen Moore does pass the ball. He came from the Eagles. They throw the ball, and Spencer Rattler has had most of his success throwing the ball.
and before us, he was a part of that Cowboys offense with CD Lamb, where they were chucking the ball, where he
Mhm.
almost won MVP a couple years back. Some
And
Moore's always been really good as a coordinator.
I really do think that they're going to try their hardest this game. Doesn't mean they're going to succeed or cover the spread. But I think they're not gonna just run the ball. They can't. Like they're gonna have to air it out. They're gonna have to open the playbook up. I think big plays are what Spencer Rattler has been living off of, like those deep bombs to
Shaheed.
dang what's it? Shaheed, yeah, Shaheed, bro. Uh, and even Olave's coming together a little bit. Like they're gonna use those guys. Those are their skill makers, bro, and skill pass play makers. And even Kamara on the flats, he's gonna get upfield
I'm
too. I know he's on the ball. Okay, the ball's getting thrown, which means that it's in danger.
I'll
Like
tell you this.
even the linebacker,
I'm honestly shocked sometimes that Olave isn't. There's not a rule in his contract that says he has to wear one of those dome caps.
the
Like,
dome cap, bro,
I'm like,
dude.
he's healthy and we're at week 6. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Like,
he's like, bro, because he's a concussion magnet. Last year he had like two. He's a concussion magnet. A lot of the guys who are need to start wearing those things, bro. Like if your body is susceptible to concussions.
he's had like he's had like 4 or 5 in the NFL alone.
He's a very young guy still, so it's
Yeah,
kind of wild.
Ohio State guy.
So if CT is real, man, it's coming for him. It's ugly,
I've seen an Aaron
but
Hernandez documentary. It's real, dog.
but the game 3 for you, game 5 for the show. Half. This is a really good game, guys. I'm watching this game probably the entirety of it because this is going to be high scoring in my opinion, which is why I disagree with Shaq because he's taking the under 54 and a half. And I'm gonna let him have that because I'm against him on this. We will revisit this at the end of the week after Monday Night Football. We will talk about this because we have a couple of disagreements, and
I'll
I
tell
want him to
you,
explain why it's the under. In
I
Jerry World,
wanted, yeah, I wanted the under today before I realized that Diggs was out because Diggs somehow knocked himself out at home and is now in concussion protocol. It will not play today. So that doesn't really help the fact for the under here. But here's why I'll stick with it for the under is because this is a divisional team, this divisional game. These guys know each other really well. Um, the front seven for Washington's really good, and I feel like they could be. First of all, I don't think Javonte Williams is going to have a very good day against this front seven. They're legit, and if they can get pressure on Dak, and then maybe they can keep this game close. I mean, they're going to score points. I feel like it's going to be close to that over, but 54.5 is a lot of points to me. And I know you said it's not enough. It's not enough points. Yeah, so you really think both teams will put up 30 something, 30-28, 31-28. And I'm really more seeing it towards 24-27, something like that. 27-26, just enough to where we don't cash the over. 28-25, getting right at it. It'll be close, but I feel like both defenses here will show up just because it's a divisional game. But I said that Thursday night, so I don't. That game got crazy, the icy hot bowl. But I think with CD coming back, I know everybody's going to be on him. They think, I mean, Dak and Pickens and Ferguson have been absolutely slaying since he's been gone as far as the offense is concerned, throwing the ball everywhere. Let's see how CD comes back. I mean, CD is obviously there's a connection or a rapport there between him and Dak. They wouldn't have paid him the money, but I mean, coming back off the high ankle sprain, it's been 3 weeks now. I know he's going to be fresh, but it's going to take some time to get back into it a little bit here. I'm not saying he's not going to get some targets and catches, but I don't think he'll have a huge game. I'm not saying he's gonna. I don't think he has 10 targets, 125 yards, but I think he'll get like 6 catches, maybe 73 yards and a touchdown. Like bring him back in. He's obviously going to be a focal point starting in this game, and I think the Commanders are going to know that. So they'll get points here, but the under is 54.5 is just so much to take the over at here. And I just, when divisional games, I'm pretty much always going to bet the under if it's 50.5 and under or over. I
is
almost
that
always will.
it's gonna be a good game. Even if it's a low scoring game, it's gonna be a good game. Like I
Yeah.
feel like these teams they play each other well, and there's a lot of superstars on each side to want to watch and see things unfold. So
Well, and if the Eagles lose today, the winner of this game will have at least tied for first place in the division, win percentage
it's
wise.
a, and it's also the 3 o'clock game after the Eagles game, perfectly scheduled.
Yeah,
Like
they're gonna
I
be
like how this one.
putting some chin straps on, boys. If the Eagles lose, I'm telling you, it's gonna get nasty
Oh,
in there.
it's gonna be really bad. Like
So I really think. I
man,
mean, I'm not saying my Eagles won't win that game, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a field goal game in that Minnesota Eagles game. But all
so
right,
Zach Ertz though.
yeah, here we go. My former Eagles here. Um, the Cowboys are notoriously ass against the tight end this year, and Zach Ertz is notorious for having big days against the Cowboys. In his career, if he's had a quarterback not named Kyler Murray and under 6 foot tall, he has had at least 4 catches, and he's had at least six. He averages 4.5 catches a game against the Cowboys for his career, and he averages at least 6.5, a little over 6.5 targets a game. This
Damn.
man's had a 14 catch game on 16 targets when he was an Eagle. He just naturally beats these guys. And coming back off of uh, a rough outing where he really didn't see a whole lot of targets, he had that zero game not that long ago. You know he's got this one circled. He always shells out for the Cowboys. The last year when they played, he had 4 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. I'm pretty sure. And then another game he had 5 catches. And it's going to be a check down game here. If at the very least he's the safety valve for Jaden Daniels, if they do somehow play the secondary really well. And they like to blitz, those linebackers are bringing pressure here. And if the run game's not working, play action's going to have to be the reason Zach Ertz gets open. He always has a big day against these guys. 36.5 yards is pretty low. I think he gets about 55 and a tutty today, honestly, because both of these teams are pretty bad against the tight end this year.
I agree. The linebacker core for the Cowboys is not what it used to be. When the Van Der Esch and they had those big guys out there, but not, and it's over. So Zach Ertz is gonna get loose. Also, he's very resourceful in the short game. Like we saw
Oh yeah.
that against the Bears. The Bears should have. I mean, the Bears have really good linebackers, and even he still was getting catches. I was like, Zach Ertz does not give a fuck, dude.
No, he's a first down magnet, man. Like he's a catch and drop guy. So that's why I'm like, no,
Yeah,
he'll
but then
third down, he's gonna be the guy he looks to in the air in this game for sure. And it's in a dome. He always plays well in a dome too. Like, unless his quarterback is Kyler Murray. He had
yeah,
terrible
that too.
2 seasons in Arizona. So we just don't count those.
Prop number two, though, you like the other tight end on the other side as well. Jake Ferguson, over 36.5 receiving yards.
I do because we've seen with George Pickens, when everybody's healthy for this Cowboys offense at the beginning of the year, George Pickens has they kind of struggle to get him the ball at times. And so with CD coming back, I don't really know how the target share goes between those two. You would figure, I mean, CD was getting a shitload of targets early on in the season before he got hurt. And then they've kind of, I mean, they gave Pickens was their guy. They just had to figure it out. And he's taken off. I think he's had 2 really big games back to back, I'm pretty sure. But the one consistency is Jake Ferguson has been averaging 38.5 yards through all these games, whether it's been CD on the field and Pickens on the field without CD. And without CD, he's obviously had a huge uptick. Plus, we were talking about the Commanders, their front seven is really good at run stopping and rushing. They are not very good against the tight end either. They're bottom 20 in the league against the tight end position. And Jake Ferguson has been killing it. He's been averaging 7 targets a game. He's been averaging 4.5 catches a game, 4 to 5 catches a game, and getting about 40 to 50 yards a game. And he's had a touchdown in like 3 of the last 4. He is like, I want to say he's like number 1 or number 2 tight end in fantasy right now. That's how good Jake Ferguson's been. So he's been consistent no matter who's on the field, and I like him in this game. I think both tight ends have a good day against each other in Jerry's world.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. Both tight ends and Ferguson's been cashing our bets, bro. The last 2 weeks, cashed it for you last week, cashed it for me the week before against the Jets. Like Jake Ferguson is a money printing machine right now. Touchdowns, receptions, receiving yards, whatever you want. Just bet on this man.
He's been consistent, super consistent, and no matter who's on the
And
field for him. So I
also,
feel like that's a safe bet.
let's say again, like there also are guys coming back on the other side too for Zach Ertz, like Noah Brown, revenge game for him, coming back to Cowboy Nation, and these are field stretchers. So CeeDee Lamb for the Cowboys, Noah Brown for the Commanders. These guys are going to open the field up for the tight ends. They're bringing coverage farther back. They're pulling the guys away from the line of scrimmage. They're going to be openings from the middle, short games, because of these guys who just take the plays downfield. So I like this. I like this a lot. Um, in a game that I think is going to be high scoring, because either way, my perspective, Shaq's perspective, either way, these guys can eat.
Yeah.
It was a gritty game, low scoring, short passes, can't get really things downfield. Or if it goes my way, where it's balls to the wall, let it go,
Here's
then
my thing: is I know the Cowboys, if they get past the 50-yard line, and there's a chance for field goal, they're taking points. They're going to take points. They have that much faith in Brandon Aubrey. So I mean, anytime they're past the 5 on the opponent's 45, they're taking points. So if drives stall out somehow and they don't make it to the red zone, they're still going to put up points. They're gonna. That's why I'm like, I don't see a lot of punting in this. It's just how many touchdowns do we get? Because the Commanders honestly have been decent as a red zone defense when it comes to passing, but they are the other 80 yards of the field. They are terrible. Like, when
yeah,
it comes to
for
passing
real.
defense. But they, for some reason, the red zone they tighten up. So they've a lot of stalled drives for the Cowboys could result in kicking points for Aubrey. That's another. I like that's a bonus prop for this game. Aubrey's going to have a day one way or the other. 7.5 points over or 1.5 field goals is easy money for Aubrey today.
Yeah, I remember this game being a really, really big game last year in Dallas. So it wasn't a low scoring game, but we'll see. We will
Yeah,
see what
pretty sure
happens.
that was a Cooper Rush game too.
It was a rush game, and it didn't matter. They were getting stomped.
Yeah.
But anyway, game 6, Raiders. Man, I can't even spell, bro. That's crazy. The graphic messed up. But yeah, Raiders plus 11 and a half at Chiefs minus 11 and a half. Over under is 45 and a half. This is another game where I circled the spread should be higher. Why is it only 11 and a half? This is not the Chiefs at Las Vegas, what I'm saying, in the dome. This is not that, bro. This is clearly the Chiefs bouncing back, getting steam. Everyone's getting healthy. Rashad Penny, Geno Smith outside of a dome. I'm fading dome quarterbacks, man, outside in the elements. I don't like it, bro. Like, and also Geno Smith, he's not been passing the ball very well at all in a dome. Imagine when the wind hits it.
Geno,
It's
Geno
really
Smith.
gonna be bad.
It just blows my mind that he's still starting quarterback because that man literally people forgot he was in the league for 4.5 years, and then all of a sudden he was a starter for the Seahawks. So yeah, I don't have any faith in that trash.
Like, hey, I've been avoiding betting Chiefs games for a lot of the season, bro. Even though there's times when I wanted to, I was like, they're not healthy yet. They're not ready yet. This is the time to bet on the Chiefs. And hey, you are the anti-chief of the show. I'm not
But
anti-Chiefs, bro.
I
I
agree
am,
with you
and
but
you
here.
rightfully
that they are
have.
turning it around. They are turning it
Yeah.
around. They're getting Rasheed Rice back. They're healthy on all fronts. They've made it to 3-3 somehow. And not only have they putting up more than 20 points, they're putting up a lot of points, and they're doing it through a lot of different ways. I'm sure they wish their run game was a little better. They didn't have to rely on Patrick Mahomes being their leading rusher. But with Rasheed Rice coming back, Xavier's looking like he's getting healthy. Hollywood's healthy. And Kelsey looks a lot better than last year. If you took his over under for the year of 4.5 touchdowns for the season, he's got three or four already. So yeah, they look for real, and the defense has been good. So yeah, I like the 11.5 here.
Yeah, it seems chalky. Okay. But the Chiefs haven't been very a chalky team to take. So I think this is the prime spot for that. And also, um, games like this at noon. This is at noon, and the Chiefs play very well at noon. They're a really hot team in the afternoon slate. They usually go up big, start early, but see in the 3 o'clock games, they start struggling. Like bro, I've seen so many Chiefs Broncos, Chiefs Chargers, 3 o'clock games, and it's the Chiefs don't play that well at 3 o'clock. But noon
No,
at home against the freaking Raiders
gotta go
is
party
it's
tonight,
over.
man. You cutting in at
He's
6 o'clock, man? That's my party time, man.
he's gonna light these guys up, sadly. And this is first time with all weapons. They want to show the NFL, hey, Rasheed's back, the run game's starting. This kid Brendan Smith, the third running back, he's doing well. His props are not out yet. But
Well,
when his props come out, sprinkle on his
if
props
Kansas
because
City
they're gonna be up big.
if Kansas City looks anything like it does outside here in Springfield, man, it's going to be a dark and gloomy day. But I mean, I still feel like they're going to have that dink and dunk offense, short, quick passes. They'll still move the ball because all the receivers are really good after the catch. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be as bad as Cleveland's weather, but it should be a dark and gloomy day in Kansas City.
Let me see, man. Because it could not be that bad. Yeah, bro. Sunday it's gonna be, bro, 40. It's gonna be 62 degrees and sunny, bro, all day.
Okay, all right. I guess the rain will
It will
pass
be
the time
windy.
of day. Will be windy.
Yeah, it will be windy. But I'm taking the Chiefs are gonna kick their teeth in, and I
I'm
wish
with you.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that for Pete Carroll, bro. I like Pete Carroll, bro. I really do, but I don't like Geno Smith, and
Okay.
so he's gonna be rushing for his life, bro. My first prop over 2.5 rushing attempts. He's like I said, the Chiefs allow runners to run. Geno Smith is not a runner, I would say, but he is averaged over 4 carries a game. 4 carries rushing. So he's gonna run at least 3 times in this game. The Chiefs are gonna collapse the pocket. Why would you give a non-mobile quarterback time to throw the ball? Eyes downfield, even though he sucks. Uh, I think he's gonna have opportunities to get out the pocket, scramble, gain a couple yards, and he's gonna have to
Well,
because he's gonna be down.
here's my thing: is the Raiders are going to try and run Genty into the ground because that the no Brock Bowers. He's doubtful anyways for this game. Even if he plays, he's not going to be real effective. He's been messing with that knee since week 2. Tried to play through it. He said, and first 2 weeks he tried, was limited. And now he's out for this game. Pretty sure. Last week I know he was. And so I can definitely see Gino on play actions having nobody downfield and having to run for it on a scramble on outside because they are going to collapse the pocket, like you said. Chris Jones is going to be in his grill all day. And when they're if they play if the running game's not going, the play action game's not going, they're gonna have to throw because, like you're saying, I think they're gonna be from behind all day today.
And two and a half, two and a half rushing attempts is not bad. Like he just has to attempt these rushes. Like they can't be just scrambling behind the line of scrimmage. He has to try to run the ball upfield, and I think he will, 3 times. Second prop, Rasheed Rice touchdown. Telling you, he's back. The Chiefs are this type of soap opera, um, weird, uh, cultish type of a team that like, hey, we're gonna get you going now. Like this is a big thing. You are the story of the day. Is you're coming back. So let's like whenever Worthy came back. When Worthy came back, they were like, okay, get him a touchdown. Like he gets one. Get your season started. And Rasheed Rice, he's not injured. He was suspended. So it's like the man's like, I've been healthy, waiting on the bench, ready to go. Why not get me started against this trash pass defense of the Raiders? The Raiders stop the run,
Oh,
guys. They don't stop the pass. The pass is gonna be tough. And
and the
yeah,
Chiefs haven't been able to run the ball at all.
Max Crosby's gonna get all up in Patrick Mahomes. We know that, but he is dealing with a bad back himself. Okay, he might not
Trying to
even
raw
play this
dog me.
game. Like I can see Max trying to do some things, but it ain't gonna be enough, bro. It really ain't. Uh, so I will say that Mahomes is gonna air it out as well. I can see him throwing 3 touchdowns in this game. So why not have one to Rasheed Rice, the guy who's been waiting on, bro. He's the number one. He is the number one receiver for this team.
He's a possession guy. Like he does a lot after the catch. He's not like
Like
he can catch deep field passes, but like he's gonna get his so like in the red zone they're gonna have plays drawn up specifically for him.
I'm telling you, every receiver on this team was acquired because Rasheed Rice was either hurt or suspended. They drafted um what's his name, Worthy, because Rasheed Rice was dealing with issues. Uh,
NASCAR off the
they
field.
but also they also needed yeah, like and then Hollywood Brown was acquired because Rasheed Rice was hurt. Like these guys are saying, hey, you guys aren't the number ones. Our guy is just off the field too much.
Every one of their receivers all run a sub 4.3. They're all a 4.2 something guy. So they're all fast.
Yeah, like like I said, I kind of like the Chiefs. Like I was born a Chiefs fan. I just chose to go with the Jets. So I will never hate on the Chiefs. I will always support the Chiefs, but I'm not going to like. I'm not a fan. I just support them. I'm not going to. Hey, bro. Hey, but we are. Hey, this does not change the fact that this is an Eagles podcast, brother. You're saying the Chiefs
Suck.
are going to be supported by me on this show.
I'm
But
just
yes,
tired of seeing
Rasheed
it.
Rice touchdown. So Rasheed Rice touchdown. That's going to be a guarantee. He might have to. He's the guy. So, but then we have Sunday Night Football. Falcons -1.5 at 49ers +1.5. Over unders at 47.5. This is where me and Jack need to talk about this game because I don't agree with his pick. He wants the Falcons to win this game. I don't
Money
like
line.
that, bro.
Money line.
We have to have we have to have a consensus bet, bro, on this because I don't believe the Falcons will win this game. I'm not gonna bet on a dome quarterback in the elements on the road versus Kyle Shanahan.
All right. All right. Let's look at it. Who do they have starting in San Francisco? It's not Brock Purdy.
Mac Jones is getting healthier.
Did you see the man pick himself up off the ground last week? Every time that man got hit, he was like, damn, I shouldn't be out here. It was like
Bro,
somebody
his
working in
body,
sub-degree weather with a fucking fever being like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm out
he
here.
his body is hurt badly.
Yeah, and on top of that, Jawan Jennings, who says he's going to play with 5 cracked ribs, that's what he's been dealing with all year. No. And you get George Kittle finally coming back with a bum knee. So maybe But like, there's a lot of question marks on the Niners here, and I get that they're at home, but I don't know, man. The Falcons are coming off of an impressive win, in my opinion. Their defense plays better at home, but I feel like their defense with this team can keep up with them. Shanahan's going to have a good, it's going to be McCaffrey and Kittle all night. I mean, so Shanahan's going to
Yeah.
have a game plan for these guys. But the Falcons defense is capable if they come out and know that this is the plan. It's going to be middle of the field, stop Kendrick Bourne because that's the number one target for some reason downfield. You got to get Kittle and the run game. Stop the run game. It's McCaffrey and it's Kittle, and let someone else beat you. And the Falcons defense is capable of doing that. Now, if they will or won't do that, I don't know. I'm saying they will. I think Penix finally gets it together. Drake London had a crazy game last week. He had like 12 catches, 100+ yards, and a touchdown. I think he's going to hyper target him this week. They've got it figured out. Maybe Kyle Pitts gets in there. They're talented, and they still got Bijan. Bijan was going ham in the first half of that game last week. Plus, they lost Fred Warner last week. The Niners did.
Yes, he did not practice. It is bad for him. But the names that are coming back. Okay, let me tell you the names that are coming back, bro, because they've been missing a lot of guys the last few weeks. Okay, Trent Williams will be playing. That's good. Need that protection. Okay. Fred Warner might not be playing. Okay, yeah, I understand. But we got Brock Purdy, limited practice. He might be coming back. It could not be Mac Jones. But Mac Jones fully practiced on Thursday. He's going to be healthier. Juwan Jennings will be back. Uh, George Kittle's coming back, bro.
I get it. And
So
Jennings is one shot away from having 6 broken ribs.
They're going to have more weapons than they have had in the past. I think they're scrappier at home. And I think and these are not just regular guys. These are weapons that can really do things. And so, like, I do see that they have an opportunity to upset the Falcons. The Falcons, they're going to be missing. They're going to be missing Jalen Walker. That's not going to be good, bro. Jalen Walker is a good DN, so the pressure is going to be questionable for that. Clark Phillips, bro, the corner, he's going to be out. So, and Jordan Fuller's out. Man, the deep ball's open. So, and Mac Jones, it's throwing it deep. We know that. So, I'm just saying, I can't take it. We have to come up with a different consistent bet, bro. We are doing a new thing, which we are coming together on a bet live on the show. We have to agree on something
Okay.
on the show for this night
So,
game. So, what is the
do you
bet we're gonna
do
make,
you
bro?
think this do you think that this game, the Niners in Atlanta, goes over 47.5?
I do think it goes over 47.5.
I think it does too.
And that is our consensus bet.
I really, because 1.5 point spread is basically a pick 'em. That's what the books are saying, and you might as well take the money line on the underdog at that point in most bigs. And the Falcons honestly play better defense at home in a dome, so you're not wrong there. I just don't trust the Niners' health issues, and with the linebacker missing, Fred Warner out. I feel like it gives Bijan an even bigger chance to run the ball, have opportunities, gets Kyle Pitts open, more middle of the field, dude. That he is the field general for that defense. If he's not out there, it's a big deal. Not that the Niners
I,
aren't well coached, but I just think it increases the opportunity for Atlanta to keep up in this game and put up points.
I 100% understand. I get you 100%, bro. Like the Niners are not good. They're not a good team. They're not a team you want to bet on. They're not a team you want to like have faith in. But
We
I
got to
can
give you the
see them
Sunday
scoring
night,
20
guys.
points. I
I can
think they
see
could
it.
put 20 points on this Falcons team, and that will give us over this total probably. likely.
That's why I'm like, this game, I could see it being like 27-20, 24,
Bro, the
27.
Falcons, the
Yeah.
Falcons, bro, they they let the Panthers score 30 on 'em.
That was a fluky game. They didn't score at all. They got shut out in that game.
I'm I'm scared of the Falcons on the road. The Vikings, they popped the Vikings. Okay, that was a good one. They popped them, but
Yeah,
no,
the
man,
Vikings are missing a
I
lot of
don't.
offensive line.
But it's a primetime game, and I like the primetime aspect of the guys doing some work. But your first prop is Drake London over 5.5 receptions.
Easy money. I mean, he's had 10 plus targets in the last 3 straight games. He had a crazy game last week with like 10 catches and 100, I want to say 160 plus yards. It was something insane. He had a really big day and a touchdown. So him and Penix are obviously starting. It's this is what we were hoping for because at the end of last year, this is how he was targeting Drake London. The last 3 games of the season, Drake London was averaging 14 targets a game, and it looks like they're finally on that wavelength again. And he's getting massive targets. He's catching the football, and he is the number one. They have nobody out there. I saw a report today. They sent Ray McLeod home from the field today for undisclosed reasons. So that's why I'm like Drake London is emerged as the guy. He wants to be the guy, and they still haven't ever figured out really a way to use Kyle Pitts. But he's been a little bit better
Yeah, Drake London, he's a very reliable guy. I think his hands are sure hands, as we say. But there's going to be
Yeah,
opportunities here, bro. I agree with
and he's the
100%
clear number
because
one target and favorite.
yeah, I agree 100% because like my first bet is Michael Penix over 19 and a half completions. And I think that correlates with your Drake London because I do think that there will be opportunities in the air against this Niners team. The running game, yeah, it'll be Bijan is Bijan, okay? We know that. But Kyle Shanahan's not a dumb coach. He knows that he wants to put more pressure on Michael Penix and not have Bijan just run rush shot all over. So I think he's going to have
He's gonna have to rely on that
passes.
linebacking core to stand up.
Yeah. And so he might not throw 40 times this game, but he's going to throw at least 32, 34 times. He's going to complete 20 of those. He's been very accurate. He's been very careful with the ball. He's not been throwing a lot of deep passes. We saw versus the Bills. The Bills are trash, but we saw versus the Bills. He can throw the ball. So I will go over 19 and a half completions. Your second prop is Kendrick Bourne over 3.5 receptions.
Yeah. If Mac Jones plays, this is his number one guy. He's the last 2 weeks that Mac Jones has played. Kendrick Bourne has led the team in targets, I'm pretty sure, and he had a massive game that first game out there. This is a guy from New England that he knows, he's comfortable with. It was his number one, and it's a reliable target for him, considering how beat up their wide receiver core has been to have a guy actually play every game. It seems like he's the most consistent guy, and he's got trust with him. So especially if Mac Jones plays, Kendrick Bourne 4 catches or more should be. They're going to need everybody on deck. I don't think Jawan Jennings makes it through this game, the whole game. Like
Probably
it's
not.
rough to play wide receiver with cracked ribs, especially 5 of them.
Yeah, that's true. Ricky, white boy Rick, he's not out yet. He's not pronounced out yet, so maybe he might play too. Valdez Scantling, he's not out yet. He might come back too. They're running with a really bad crew, but Kittle is coming back, so there will be options for Mac Jones or Brock Purdy, who is also not on the injury report. He is a full practice or limited practice. Maybe he'll practice in full on Friday. I'm not sure, but they don't have it out yet. But he is a possible start. So even if it's Park Birdie, I don't care who it is, bro. They're gonna get air yards on this team. They're gonna score points at home. It's prime time. Cal Shanahan, he's a guy that wants to get the respect, and I think he's gonna be able to put up points here. And that leads to my second prop: Eddie Pinero over 1.5 field goals. This only because I know the Falcons have a good defense. I'm not going to ignore the Falcons defense, guys, but they have injuries. They're going to be able to get up the field on the Falcons. Will they get into the red zone? I don't know because the Falcons' red zone defense is very, very good. So I'm not sure how they're going to get into the end zone, but I know that Eddie Pinero will kick 2 field goals and make both of them at least 2 field goals. Um, Shanahan's going to take the points, okay, at home, prime time spot, in what could be uh, a game they need every single point they can get. I will take Eddie Pinero over. He's been good for them too since they dropped Jake Moody. I like him to not, I like them to at least get 2. He might get 3. He might even get 3 field goals. That's how I think they're gonna get over 20 points in this game
Yeah,
because they might
they're
not
gonna
score a
take
bunch
the
of stuff. They might
points.
have yeah.
Shanahan's gonna
Like
take the
if
points
they
anytime
score
that their drive stalls. He's not a fourth down coach, especially with the way the offense is in shambles at the moment with injuries. You take the
yes,
points when you can
that's
get them.
why
So
I really like the over because like they don't need to have 27 points, whatever. I think they're going to score 2 touchdowns, kick 3 field goals, 2 or 3 field goals, and then that'll get us to the over 47.5 because I know the Falcons are going to score points. I know they are, but
yeah,
I just don't know who's
the
going to win the
Falcons are
game.
good for 20. I feel like
Mhm.
besides that Carolina game, they've put up close to 20 or 20 or more
Literally.
in every game.
So, but that is our picks for the show. We have a prize pick parlay. We'll go over this at the end of it when we recap everything. But game one for Shaq, game one for the show is Browns plus 2.5. Browns minus 2.5, which is crazy. At the versus the Dolphins over
I would
35.5.
I would also take the Browns money line here.
I don't know about all that, but yes, because
I like
the Dolphins,
I
bro.
feel good about that bet too. Now I'd take the Browns at home, and the Dolphins suck.
This is a paper bag over face game.
Oh
Do
yeah, I'm not
not
gonna
bet this
watch it.
game unless you're betting props. Props, hey, props or total. Do not bet on a team in this game because it could go either way for real.
With the weather, yeah, I could see it going either
Yeah.
way. I would just take the Browns at
Under
home.
35.5. Yeah, the Browns at home are more bettable than the Dolphins at home, I feel. Especially with the coaching situation. The coaching and Tua's talking a lot of crap, bro. Like Tua's like talking bad
He
about the
really,
team, the
really
players,
stepped in it last
coach.
week.
And dude, the coach on his conference, he was like fumbling over his words. He didn't know how to. He's like, Tua's, we're gonna. Like, I was like, dude, yeah, you're about to get fired. It's
Oh man,
over.
yeah.
So,
They like called a
that's yeah,
meeting and like guys didn't even like show up, man. Like,
yeah. Like, so they're going through a lot. So, if I would definitely bet on the Browns if you feeling ballsy. But under 35.5 for Shaq. Judkins over 94.5 rushing yards. We're going at it again. He didn't do it last time. We're gonna try again. Okay. He should have a good game. It's a run first
he
type
is
of
gonna
game.
get
Bad weather.
touches. The books are on
100
him
yards on
having
the table, bro. 100
touches.
yards for
Yeah,
sure on the table.
yeah. The books are
Yeah.
like guaranteeing him 20 plus touches.
And the Dolphins do give up big runs, like big yardage off one carry, 2 carries. Yeah, so we will say that
This is
100
the
yards is
game
on the
to do
table.
it. The weather, this is a game to do it.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon over 16.5 rushing yards. I think he gets a run, bro. If you're gonna lose this game and possibly get fired, just go ahead and play the rookie. Go ahead and play the young man who just got in the league and it looks better. He's a better runner than A-Chan. He's not a better pass catcher, but he's a better runner than A-Chan.
And you ain't got nothing to lose at this point. You guys are dead
Nothing to
last.
lose. Yeah. So if you're losing this game, just put the young man in, see what he can do. Um, Game 2 for the show. Game 1 for me is Giants +7 at Broncos -7. Over under is 39.5. I'm going with the Broncos -7. Could be a trap game, but I don't believe it. The Giants have been doing too good. It's time for them to come back to earth. They're going to elevation. They're going to play the Broncos. I don't believe it. Broncos had a bad game against the Jets, even though they won 13-11. This is the bounce back spot for the Broncos, and offensively specifically. Cameron Scatterboo over 2.5 receptions is my first prop because I think that they're going to be getting through the air. The Giants have to pass the ball in this game. Prop 2 is Evan Ingram over 25.5 receiving yards. He's the guy. He's the guy they want to pass the ball to. I feel like Cortland Sutton's taking the back seat. He hasn't been doing very well this season. I think Evan Ingram's going to do what he's been doing the last 2 weeks, which is catch the ball. He's gotten big yardage off of one catch. Like he's got a 30-yard catch. It's crazy. The man's getting downfield, very
And this is a
resembling what he
revenge
did,
game for him.
revenge spot for him. And he did well in the last 2 places he played in. Jacksonville, he did well in Jacksonville too. I just think this guy's just he's ready. Your game 2, game 3 for the show is Eagles -1.5 at Vikings +1.5. Shaq is not betting on the Eagles. He will never tell you in this game to bet on them money line because I asked him before the show. He said no, I would not do that, which is crazy because we're supposed to be the Eagles podcast. But
Hey man,
Shaq
we
said
are a
no.
realistic Eagles podcast. Okay. The offense has looked shaky. The Vikings defense has been good and it's on the road. I don't know, man. This is a prove it game. Like taking the over here is a still prove it to me. The Eagles have to score at least 24 points, I feel like, to win this game.
Hey, he's being cautious with his fandom, which is what a smart fan would do. We aren't delusional like most of these Chiefs fans. Um,
Hey.
Literally, a lot of them are delusional. Gotta be real. Be realists, guys. Every game will be a good win. But the books and Vegas and the sharps, they say, are all saying the Vikings are gonna beat you. And I work for my company that I work for. I work for Picks and Parlays. Everyone, I am actually employed as a betting analyst. I'm trying to get Shaq on there too. Uh,
Working on it.
Everyone's taking the Vikings, bro. They're all saying the Vikings are it's good money. But I think this is a bounce back spot for the Eagles. This is the last time I feel like this offensive coach will have a chance to bounce back. So give me that. I will take the
Yeah.
Eagles on the money line for Shaq because he won't do it. But his first bet is Jalen Hurts over Jalen Hurts over 34.5 rushing yards. I think he does scramble the ball. He has to be superhero in this game. He really does. And to win this game, they're going to be sending blitzes. The Vikings are Brian Flores, man. He's sitting in the house. You're going to see every single person in that backfield at some point in time. They might blitz a corner. Like you're saying, like, they're going crazy. So Jalen Hurts is going to be running for his life. Saquon Barkley, under 97.5 total yards. He's going under again, guys. I don't
All
know
year.
when this is gonna. I'm not sure when this is gonna hit. When this is not gonna hit because right now it's a smash play, and I hate taking unders on Saquon because Saquon's so good, bro. He can do this. He can do this in 3 carries in a
He
lot of games,
could,
but I don't know,
but he
man. It's
hasn't.
rough.
It's
He
not the
hasn't.
same this year.
Mm-mm. Game 4 for the show. Game 2 for me. I'm going with Saints +4.5 at the Bears -4.5. Over under is 45.5. I'm taking the Bears -4.5 here. Caleb Williams has been going off. My first prop is him over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I really think that he airs it out this game. The Saints are not good on the road. The defense is even worse on the road. They're a dome team. I don't like dome teams outside. Uh, Part number 2, Spencer Rattler over a half interceptions. He's going to throw one because he has to throw the ball because they can't run the ball on the Bears. Game 5 for the show. Game 3 for Shaq is Commanders +3.5 +1.5 at the Cowboys -1.5. A very good game. Please watch this game. It's going to be insane. We disagree on this though. He's betting the under 54.5. I think it's going to be really close, very close. Kind of like um, we have had the talk in the past about games that are really close to the total. This is going to be one that's going to be the same. But I'm going with the over. He's going with the under. Zach Ertz over 36.5 receiving yards. I like that pick a lot, though. This is one of my favorite picks of the show. I think this is going to be a sure bet. His part number 2 is Jake Ferguson over 36.5 receiving yards. Uh, he's the guy. He's been doing a lot. So I don't think he's going to slow down now in a game that I think is going to be high scoring. And even if it's not over
Consistent.
54.5, it's going to be close. And that means he's going to be involved, guaranteed. I don't care if CD Lamb's back. It actually makes it better for Ferguson because they aren't looking for him. They're looking for
Yeah.
CD Lamb and
I
Pickens.
was gonna say he's been consistent no matter who's on the field for the Cowboys. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's just a very reliable target. Game 6 for the show. Game 3 for me is Raiders +11.5 at Chiefs -11.5. Over under 45.5. I'm taking the Chiefs -11.5. It's just gonna happen, man. I don't like Geno Smith. Another dome team outside the elements. Chiefs at noon. Rasheed Rice returns. Geno Smith over 2.5 rushing attempts. He's going to run the ball. He has to, collapsing the pocket. They don't want a pocket passer to stay in the pocket. So he's going to be running the ball. And then Rasheed Rice, touchdown. The return. The return of the Mac. Rasheed Rice. He's going to score a touchdown. They have this weird thing with these guys coming off an injury. They want to get them involved immediately. So Rasheed Rice, touchdown. Patrick Mahomes probably going to be throwing 3 touchdowns. The over under on his touchdowns right now on the books, the minimum is 2.5, which means that you have to bet either over or under him to make 3.
that's
And the
insane.
1.5 is the guarantee. It's a lock. You cannot not see that. It's going to happen.
That's insane.
So, and even then, the 2.5 passing touchdown is not even a good bet to take, bro. It's like minus. It's like plus 120, plus 150. It's not even that high. It's like, come on, bro. It's not worth your money. So, but Sunday night football, Falcons -1.5 at 49ers +1.5 over unders 47.5. We had to decide together on this. He wanted the Falcons. We'll see if he wins that bet. But we are consensus betting the over 47.5 because I believe in the Niners. So we split it right in half. He had an idea. I had an idea. We just meet in the middle. So over 47.5. His first prop is Drake London over 5.5 receptions. I agree with that because my first prop is Michael Penix over 19.5 completions. His prop number 2 is Kendrick Bourne over 3.5 receptions. I think he's been very good for the team. He's beginning also big yardage over catches too. And if it is Mac Jones, this is even more sure of a bet. But with him being one of the only receivers that are healthy, even if it's Brock Purdy, it's still a good bet. Uh, then my second prop for this game is Eddie Pinero over 1.5 field goals. I think that's what gets them over the 20 point margin that I think this game's going to be. If the Falcons win, it's 28-20, 28-21, or 28-20. And if it's the reverse side, I think the Niners could stomp them. But we'll see. We will see what happens. I think Niners win. I think Niners win, bro. I really do. I don't know why, but I just think they do. But the
Huh.
Falcons been playing really good. They beat the Bills. Beat the Bills, bro. I like to fade teams after a big win like that, and I fade dome teams outside. So we'll see. But our Shaq and Dre price picks parlays what we are gonna hit again. We are 1-1. We have not hit last week, but we are 1-1 on the parlay. So this week we have given you his favorite pick of mine, his favorite picks of mine, and I give you my favorite picks of his. So, and we put that together, parlay, cash you out. Okay. Jalen Hurts, over 34.5 rushing yards. I like that a lot. That's my favorite prop of Shaq's on the show. So we're putting that in the parlay. And then Zach Ertz, over 36.5 receiving yards. Also like that a lot. Throw that in the parlay. He likes Spencer Rattler interception. It only happened one time this season against the Eagles on the road. So I think he's going to throw another one on the road versus the Bears, who are getting healthier at the DB level, and they're just liable for a pick. Um, they made go back to the pick. They made Jaden Daniels throw a pick, and he's also very careful with the ball. He almost threw two. So
They're gonna get
Spencer
after
Rattler's
him.
way worse. Rattler's way worse.
They're gonna get after him too. He's gonna have pressure.
Yeah. So good luck, Rat Man. Good luck.
Dollar General Patrick Mahomes looking ass.
Literally, bro. And then Evan Ingram over 25 and a half receiving yards is my second prop for this price picks parlay that Shaq agrees with a lot because Evan Ingram, man, he's just, dude. Sean Payton likes him a lot. Okay.
Hey man,
A
I
lot.
can't I can't wait for tight end U week because we are gonna kill that. We're gonna take a lot of tight ends. We're gonna do a whole thing of just about tight ends.
Yeah, it could be a whole episode, bro, on tight ends.
Because I'm telling you, man, you guys look through the stat history on tight end U week, and they go the fuck off for touchdowns, all of them. like,
Yeah, and that's next weekend. So we ain't gonna forget
mhm.
to give y'all
I've
the tight
been
end
I got
bets
that
because
marked on my
we've already been
calendar.
cashing on them. Look, we've already been cashing on them.
Oh yeah,
So
that's why I'm like, oh
we're
no, I
gonna
got that one marked. We're gonna do a whole parlay. For me, I will give you guys my favorite tight end only parlay picks of the day. That's something
it's gonna
I've got
we're
planned.
definitely gonna put a $10 bet on a crazy tight end parlay for sure, and
Oh yeah,
probably might win $1,000, ten thousand
we're gonna
dollars. So you never
we're
know.
gonna, we're gonna make some money.
And that is our price picks parlay. Those odds together, you put $20 on that parlay, you're gonna win $180. So bet that,
Nine,
man. $20.
9 to 1.
Oh, bro. We hit one of those. So it could
First
happen
one,
again. It will happen again. Our first one, cash. Second one, nah, it didn't hit. But the third one, we're back to it.
back
Cash.
at it, back at it.
Cash money. But that is our bets for this week. Everybody, good luck with your bets. As always, good luck to the Eagles. They can't lose another one. I don't like when they lose because we support the Eagles.
It's
The
gonna be a
Jets,
good game today.
Jets. Now the Jets, bro, do not lose to the freaking Panthers, bro. It's the Panthers, man.
Panthers have looked good though, man.
Bryce Young, if Bryce Young,
They're finally starting to use
hey,
Tedero McMillan, man.
hey, I will say though, the Panthers are 1-7 uh, as a favorite, a road favorite. 1-7. No wait, 1-17. 1-17. Yes, 1-17 as a road favorite. That's scary.
Bad history line right there.
It's not what we want to bet on. But
But
the
it is the
Jets are
Jets.
looking even worse. So
Yeah, I was like, but it is the Jets. Yeah.
so um that could happen too. So I'm gonna watch that game with one eye because my other eyes are gonna be on the other games that are way better this week. So
yeah.
good luck with y'all bets as always. And it's your boy Dre Rich signing out. My boy Shaq.
Get out there and make some cash. Let's go, guys. Get that bet in there for us, and hopefully we'll cash out.
Hey, you should have a bankroll, guys. We are not under 50% for the season. So you guys should have a bankroll. You should have something going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So bet wisely, responsibly.
It
We
means
are the
don't be
Dare.
setting up no
Bear.
fake
This is
accounts,
Bear.
you
Bare.
little 14-year-olds out there. You can't be betting anyway, so don't be watching, all right? You're setting up fake accounts to your dad's name or something.
Literally.
I'm 19. Yeah. No,
Hey,
no.
but on the flip side
Bet
though, shout
responsibly.
out to the dad. But hey, shout out to the degenerates who are making accounts with
Hey,
their kids.
yeah. We show you the
Like
ins and outs, son.
it's grimy, but You know,
He's
it's
not
better
going to Harvard. I'll tell you that. Somebody's
for
got to
making these
learn the
bets.
spreads before we can take about Harvard, all right? Can't even figure
Hey,
out the
everybody.
over-unders. How are you going to be a lawyer?
You know, the kids, man, get them ready to bet too. But
Basic
uh,
economics.
but thank you all for tuning in. Hey, enjoy the weekend. We'll be back here on maybe Sunday night. We haven't decided yet, but maybe Sunday night we'll come in and talk about the Monday night game a little earlier.
Yeah.
Give y'all a
We
little
got
bit.
we got 2 Monday night games.
Yes, another one. So we'll give you some early content so you can have be more prepared than you have been the last couple Mondays for those slates. 'Cause we've been killing those single slate props, those single slate games. So yeah, we'll tune back in on Sunday night and then we'll give y'all another one. But good luck with your bets as always. Peace.